Hey guys, we're in my backyard this time, a little bit of a different setting, but here comes this question from Janelle. So she's 23, graduated in 2019, part-time employed, kind of lost career-wise. So she says, I'm at this place in life where I'm really trying to figure out what's next. I recently moved home to be with my family and I'm working part-time with a great company, but I don't see myself with this company in the future. I want to be a social worker and I feel called to do international social work, but I also really want to be back in Los Angeles, California. Should I have it all figured out? How do I know when it's time to be an adult? And should I have a set plan for my life by now? Thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing your answer. I think that a lot of people have yet to find their calling, and even me personally, I struggle with what it is that I believe I'm here to do on this earth, right? I think it's rare because so few people, like 1% of all people on the planet, say, I know exactly what I want to do and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. And even a smaller percentage of those people are actually able to carry through that plan, exactly step by step. Usually, shit pops up, life happens, they have to move somewhere else, or they something affects them financially and now they can't go to that school to do the thing that they want to do, right? But they'll find a way. And I believe they'll find a way because it's their calling. It's not like you're saying I have to get from destination A to B and it's a straight shot. That never happens. And to think that you would be safe or secure in doing so is silly because shit happens all the time. That's what life is. But following your calling or your heart, that will bring you to where you need to be and what you need to do one way or another. You're going to make it happen because this is something deep inside you that is compelling you to be this person that you say you want to be. In terms of international social work versus you staying in Los Angeles, I'm assuming your family's in Los Angeles, or maybe you just really love it there. I'm not too sure. Take advantage of your age. You're 23. You're super young. I'm super young too. I'm not that much older than you. But you have the time, the youth, the energy. I'm assuming lack of responsibilities that would be normally tying someone who, let's say, is like 35 and working at a different company that they're kind of locked into. If that's not your situation, this is a great time to take advantage of it. I think most people would say they wish they had done more in their youth. This is the time to accumulate debt, to try things, to try what it is you want to do. You'll never know if international social work is your calling unless you try it. But you may have responsibilities at home if that's Los Angeles for you with your family. Maybe you have to take care of them. You also have to weigh that in this decision. Like, are you needed somewhere else, which carries a heavier priority, or which is a bigger priority than you traveling the world doing your international social work? I think so few people know what their calling is, and even fewer of them get to try what they think their calling is because they think that, life is, I have to raise a family in a white picket fence house in a nice neighborhood and have kids and all this stuff. Like, that's not really what life is. That's not really what life is. I believe that life is growing and becoming the person that you believe you were meant to be. And for you, your calling is international social work. Like, how could you ignore that? If that's your gift, if that's what you bring to the world, it'd be a disservice to the world and everyone around you and all the lives that you could be affecting by not trying to pursue that. And that's not to say that you could do international work for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, as long as you want, and then settle back in Los Angeles when you believe the time is ready to come back. Maybe you want to start a family at that point, and you will need that more stable location of where you're living, right? Like, you're fairly young. I'm assuming you're not going to get married anytime soon. Maybe this is your like your de-anchoring of your life, and you just want to spread your wings and fly. Now's the time to fly. Not to say that having a house is anchoring you down, but it's bigger than potentially living at home or living in a rental apartment. You have the time, you have the youth, you have the energy now. And in terms of should I have my life figured out now? When is it time to be an adult? The fact that you are contemplating pursuing your calling versus staying at home, or sorry, staying at the great company job, that is being an adult. Making these difficult decisions in the face of the world or my own thoughts or my parents or my friends think and want me to be a certain way, but I have to fight that to become what I want to be. and do what it is that I believe is my calling. You wouldn't be an adult if you weren't making these, potentially life-changing decisions. No adult knows exactly what they're doing. None that I've ever spoken to said, yeah, I feel totally fine with where I'm supposed to be. They've always, every single one of them has had a moment or months or years of, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out on the way and make the best decisions possible as I go. I think that having a set plan is a good idea. It makes sense. Like, okay, let's try international social work, and if that doesn't work, I'll go back to Los Angeles and go with that great company and potentially pursue something there. But you'll never know unless you try. I think you can only plan so much, and eventually, the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, is gonna shake that up for you. They're gonna say, oh, I know you thought that you were gonna do this, but just kidding. Here's a little situation, and now you have to make decisions in the face of this new adversity, right? Everything's a challenge. It's gonna be hard. I'm not telling you it's gonna be easy to follow your calling. You're definitely gonna have to make more difficult decisions as you go, but being grounded and rooted in, this is what I want to do, this is what I believe I was put on this earth to do, that'll help guide you and carry you forward in making these decisions and navigating your life from here on out. That's all I got to say about that. I'm jealous of you. I think you're very fortunate to have found your calling, and I believe that following your gut, following your heart into this pursuit of this new life that you could be creating for yourself, I think that's very exciting. I think you owe it to yourself to try this out. The minimum you should do is try this out. But best of luck with that. That's very exciting. I hope that everything goes well for you, and I hope that you do find your calling and it's everything or almost everything you want it to be. Okay, talk later, guys. Peace.